Ralph Moore Memorial Rose Garden in Visalia, April 7th,
thank God that the weather's cooperating.
2012.
Today is a beautiful, beautiful day. And Ralph's creeper is blooming. We had a little bit of frost a few days ago, and we were hoping more of the roses will be in bloom, but they are looking really good. And part of today's gathering is for the appreciation of the hard work that the master gardeners have done to help maintain the Ralph Moore Rose Garden. Anyway, I would like to...
This is Burling Leong, and I think she's going to speak on chip budding.
Come on! These are the poor people that come out
Yay!
every Wednesday, and they're all volunteers. And a lot of them have spent their own money to help maintain the rose garden, buying fertilizers and things like that, and supplies. And they're the hardcore group that comes out once a month, every Wednesday, to do the pruning and stuff. And they really came out the last month extra to come out and restake the rebar, the tree roses with rebar to stand them up. And my brother's company, RMC, they went and donated a nice rebar to stake them up. That's my brother and his wife, Bonnie. He helps me out on my nursery. So some of you have ever been to my nursery. He's my partner in building greenhouses and things like that, and giving me all kinds of nice little supplies and pots and things like that to help me get my nursery going. And my family's always been the backbone, and they always got my back, when I say that. So anyway, I appreciate my family very much. And my sister is here. I want you to meet Cynthia. This is Cynthia. She's always so helpful in donating chairs and tables and things like that. And every time we have a group come out to my nursery, her husband's always there to help me out, which is nice. So anyway, I want to say I appreciate for my family and all you friends that come from miles and miles as far away. Let's try to figure out who's the fathers that came. I know Ron and Rosemary not had enough. But anyway, the handout suggests to bud polyanthus and miniatures to use pink clouds rootstock. And I bought pink clouds to know the difference in the foliage, what they look like. Then I have Fortuniana. And then I also have one that probably everybody has on growing at the bottom of your hybrid teas and things is Dr. Huey. Now Dr. Huey is a good standard rootstock. It size up quick, so it is good to bud bigger floor abundance and for tree roses. And that's what I'm using at Hearst Castle because it makes and size up to accommodate hybrid tea budwood. And that's what I'm being used as hybrid teas to bud for Hearst Castle, the standard tree roses there. So somebody's going to say, oh, I got a nice rare rose, I'm going to send you. Then you propagate. What does propagate? But, and then there's budding knives, this heads that I sources for paraffin that you can buy. There, there's all this. So it was kind of before my time. So I didn't know, and they didn't try to root them through cutting. So I started trying. Okay, well, I know I could have.
It fails. They don't callus. Burling was talking about the cambium layer. When you break a prickle off of a cutting, off of a stem, you see that juicy bright green layer underneath? That's the cambium. The cambium is the circulatory system. You got the pith in the center, which is the bone, the cambium, which is the circulatory system, and the bark, which is the skin. That cambium layer is basically the stem cell. Depending on what happens to it, it will respond in a couple of ways. If you expose it to the right conditions, it will actually start to callus. It granulates. And callus is interesting. This is a perfect example of a rose that won't root. This is mint julep, the 1981 green hybrid tea. That's 4 months. Okay? This is Gardens of the World. It's the same age. It's rooted. Mint julep won't root. But when we talk about callus, this is callus. You can pass that around if you want. It's started whatever. You'll notice
Kim's talking about the burrito method of
growth.
propagation, which we've put in the Gold Coast newsletter.
It starts to callus. That's scar tissue. If you have a deep cut on your body, it starts to granulate in. It's the same thing. It's stem cell activity. That eventually, in this type of a situation, if the conditions are right and if the rose is genetically able, will form roots.
Oh, yeah, I don't like those. Stand it.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Excuse me interrupting. Thank you very, very much.
Dennis, thank you for
Boy,
coming.